What, are you going to put that under the desk?
No.
Alright, we're going on in a
Not
second.
even.
Nice.
1015 The Hawkills in the Reverend Radio Show. That was typo negative. Unsuccessfully coping with the natural beauty of infidelity. Song title's almost as long as the damn song itself. Anyways, hanging out with guys from Profaner tonight.
Hello, Reverend.
What's going on, guys?
What do you do?
Not bad, not bad. We'll be talking to them all night. You guys are in all night, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good, because...
We're here for the long haul.
Can't get rid of us.
Yeah. Good. I there's never enough Profaner. I am so happy that you guys actually beat Tool in releasing your new album.
I wasn't sure if it was going to happen.
Oh, thank God it's finally happened, though.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the new album, Bitter Dormancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Good times, good times. Let's, we're going to check out some new music, not from Profaner. Well, it's been out for a while, but I haven't played it on the show yet. Mark Morton and Chester Bennington.
Ooh,
Nice.
You guys heard this song?
I have not heard
Oh,
this.
it's pretty good. You know what? No offense to Chester. I was never a huge Linkin Park fan.
Mm.
You know, they have a few good, I would even say they have a few great tracks
Yeah.
here and there, but just kind of overall the music didn't speak to me so much.
Fair enough.
But definitely, I would say definitely among my favorite, possibly my single favorite Chester Bennington vocal tracks on this one, though.
Interesting.
Yeah,
He's
song
a
is-
tremendous vocalist.
Yeah, right?
Clearly.
Very
He had a hell of a screech
underappreciated.
on.
Yeah, very underappreciated. Actually, I read a thing, interview with him before he died, where he said he was trying to sound like Al Jurgensen from Ministry.
Ooh.
He was trying to scream like that, not realizing Al Jurgensen uses effects to get that vocal, and so he was just like killing himself trying to perfect that sound. And yeah.
Well, when you have a weapon like that, carrying it around all the time, you don't have to, you just got to take care of your instrument. You don't have to carry around equipment and gear. It's just built into you. That's pretty awesome.
Exactly, yeah.
That voice of yours is a weapon, Tootie.
Oh, my goodness.
You gotta holster it.
Let's check out the song, though. Mark Morton, of course, famously from Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh, yeah.
Another band I never got too into, but after what I've heard, I am really looking forward to his little solo album he's putting together.
Oh, watching a lot of their stuff made me like. Want to be.
They're guys who especially Randy is a good example. You have to respect him because of it's like Randy today. I would say is like Dee Snider in terms of repping metal in the 80s. You know?
Okay.
Remember when Dee Snider had to do that press conference, or not a press conference?
The PMRC.
The hearing, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like...
he was kind of the torchbearer for metal bands
exactly.
back then.
And I feel if we needed someone to step up for today's metal in that way, I feel... Because he's a pretty smart guy, Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel he would do well with taking that torch. Anyways, let's get to it. Mark Morton with Chester Bennington. Cross off 1015 The Hawk. Listen to the Reverend Radio Show. "1015 The Hawk." You listen to the Reverend Radio Show. That was Dead Quiet with Moon Cursor. Sanctuary before that. By request from our guests in Profaner. Hanging out with me tonight. Space Race was the name of that song. Anthony, you specifically asked for Sanctuary.
Yeah, it was fun. We played a few shows with them in a row on this kind of like a mini weekend tour with Mastery back in the day. And I remember Mike was setting up his drums in the command center, and we're standing there, and Sanctuary starts playing, and we're like, oh man, like these guys are rocking.
Yeah,
we were really into it. So I always they stuck with me.
Yeah. I noticed as soon as you saw that CD in the CanCon binder there, you were like, oh, we gotta play this.
Yeah, they're nice guys. Yeah, it's fun.
Started off the set with Cross Off by Mark Morton and Chester Bennington. You guys were liking that too.
Oh yeah,
that
was a pretty heavy track.
Yeah.
Very interesting to listen to.
So, as I said, Profaner joining me in this studio tonight, who have finally released the second album.
It's finally out. Oh, God.
About time.
Largely different band from the lineup I first had in 9 years ago. Hard to believe it was that long ago.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Signs of Nine was initially released.
Yeah, definitely been some lineup changes, but we definitely have a very stable lineup now.
Yeah.
But, we're all very actively contributing to the band. We're all
Yeah.
writing. We're all taking care of different things, and it's.
We don't have the full lineup in, maybe another time, but can you guys introduce yourselves so my listeners know who's in here talking and joining us?
It's your boy Rusty.
This is Anthony.
This is Pat.
Yeah. So last time I had you guys in was just a few days before you left for your infamous Vakken appearance.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and that was the first time we had Anthony in, who replaced your old singer, Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw you guys again just a little after Vakken, because you guys headlined the first Rev Stock, which was a great show.
Oh yeah.
fun.
That was a blast.
Let's talk about that for a
Lineup.
second, because it was years ago, so maybe you guys don't remember, because you're rock stars, you got important things to remember. Right?
Oh Rev, we can't forget you, buddy.
Yeah, well, I went up and before you guys and to introduce you guys, I went to hand the mic back to Anthony, who immediately dove off the stage into the crowd and totally just disappeared into the crowd, leaving me just standing there with the microphone like, what do I do now?
You're the singer now.
Yeah.
Host there, Tootie.
Well, curiosity has killed me since that day. What happened?
I can't even remember. I think it must have. I hope I didn't go to grab a beer.
Nope.
But
Yeah, no, it was probably.
I am betting money it's bathroom related.
It could be. It could have been.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
I can't say these words on here. It could also have something to do with the sound guy. I don't know. Maybe there's something I had to tell him.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to
Did
leave
you
you.
say
I dealt with it.
I draw a meatball sub.
I went for a food break.
I had to eat a lasagna.
So you guys played Revstock in a few other shows here and there since then.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been largely quiet since then. Would you say that's fair to say?
Yeah, it's.
Is that because you were working on this album?
Yeah, honestly, that was our priority because it's been a very long time since we put out new music, and we can't just keep handing out Signs of Nine.
The same thing over.
Yeah, we need to show people that we are now moving on
Yeah.
from that sound to another sound.
Have you guys been playing these songs for some time?
Oh yeah.
Quite some time since I joined the band about 5-6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
these songs have
God.
been around a while,
Wow.
So they got a little bit of tweaking and rejuvenating
Yeah.
when I joined in, and Jay asked if we were gonna sit down and track this album. We wanted to make some changes here and there, minor things, and then we ended up tracking the whole album, and then due to unforeseen circumstances, we had to track it again in its entirety again.
So when did you guys actually start writing these songs?
Oh wow, a lot of these songs were written a very long time ago.
Oh yeah, really?
This
That
would be
question
good
predates us, Rusty, so that's all you.
Yeah, so a lot of these songs, pretty much as I joined the band, we released Signs of Nine, and then pretty much within that year after, most of these songs are written. Prophetic Nightmare was the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on in, when we had John Raposo in the band, he contributed No Way Out and Eternal Am I.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest of the songs just kind of came after.
Over
these songs,
the years.
Yeah, so I mean, these songs have been out there for quite a long time. We've been
Yeah.
playing them for a long time.
After Revstock, I started hearing whispers that you guys were putting a new album together. But then something happened that was both shocking and at the same time I kind of expected. Guitar player Jason Crook left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when that happened, that happened. I came on here and I was like, he'll be back. You'll see, he'll be back. And then he did come back. But then he didn't come back. But then he came back again. But then he didn't come back again.
He likes to make. See, he likes. I don't know. We like to involve him because he's like our pop-up bear,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Papa J, he's always around for us.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he wants to come out for an occasion, like a CD release party,
Exactly.
maybe.
Yeah.
If he wants to come out and do a little.
Blast some Signs of Nine with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. For a guest appearance, there's always going to be a spot for him. So,
Yeah, true. Well, I feel like, no offense to you other guys in the band, but the Signs of Nine era was majorly his band.
Yeah.
I felt he was kind of the guy there.
Jason
That was
Cook.
essentially all him, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Writing
Mike
and
Harshaw, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
And Frankie, too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. So what was going on there though with him leaving and coming back and leaving?
Well, the thing is, no, when he left,
we should say he
Yeah,
left
that
to
was-
have a
he-
kid.
and he still tracked the album with us.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
So he's on Bitter Dormancy.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And his appearances have been they've been fun and just kind of us palling around. And then we had another guitarist for a while, a good friend of mine who I've worked with before, Al, and he actually decided to focus on production as opposed to guitar playing.
Oh,
so
true.
we
Yeah,
actually
Alan
ended up-
Profaner actually, he
Yeah.
produced
So-
our new record.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And he even rips a solo on one of the songs there,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
sick.
so we got like a great, like when you work with that many people, it can take a while to get things done, but you build great working relationships.
Yeah.
And now we've got Steven too, who I worked with a little bit in Mastery.
Oh, really?
And he's a phenomenal guitar player, and he's a good fit for the band. So
Oh.
we're like full steam ahead now.
Yeah.
Full Steve ahead.
Well, I like it. You mentioned kind of collaborations, and I've been trying to get more bands in the local scene to collaborate with each other. Unsuccessfully so far, but I'm still working on it. Let's play something off this new album, though. Is it available for everyone to buy now?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah.
available on a lot of major streaming platforms.
Oh, really?
Including Spotify.
And by the time the CD release rolls around, we'll be sure to have some physical copies, too.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
the physical copies will, like the CD release shows on the 24th and 25th.
25th and
Well,
26th.
thank you. 25th and 26th. 24th is the rehearsal.
Yes.
25th, 26th, and 25th in Toronto, 26th in Hamilton. We should have physical copies available.
Nice.
That now, as far as digitally,
Already
Spotify,
available.
Apple Music.
Was it December 21st it came out on those platforms or
Yeah,
something?
Deezer,
Rusty,
Tidal,
instead of pointing them out, why don't you just read them?
iHeartRadio,
I can't recognize the logo.
Pandora, YouTube Music.
All
and-
digical platforms.
Yeah, and
everywhere.
everything. Yeah.
If you can get music, it's available there.
All the pretty pictures.
So we're gonna check out the title track, "Bitter Dormancy." Why did you guys choose the title of this song to represent the album?
Well, you know what? It's kind of like, you know, when something's
play on
bittersweet,
words, yeah.
and it's the transformation of the band is kind of bittersweet. You know?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like a rebirth. So expect
And you've
something
been
like
dormant for some time.
And we're bitter about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's
I know I was.
There's so many layers
Sour,
to that
so
title.
sour.
You
They
can,
were
you can
bitter
almost say
and
we have the
sour.
best worst luck.
Yeah, it's honestly there's a lot of layers to
Exactly.
that.
We were sour, but now we've desoured and sweetened. So
I was never sour. I was more salty, savory, if you will.
All right, let's
More
check it out.
vinegary.
savory and coffee.
Let's check it out. New songs from Profaner. This is Bitter Dormancy on 101.5 The Hawk. Listen to the Reverend Radio Show.
That's nice and heavy.
We sound incredible. We are so good, guys. Oh man,
Who's this bass player?
that ending's just incredible. Whoever this bassist is, whoo.
Certainly doesn't know how to change their strings before recording.
No, these were fresh. These were fresh.
They didn't sound fresh.
Ouch. I sound incredible.
Singers.
I sound
shots fired.
incredible.
This song kind of grew on us.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually growing to it a little more.
I
always thought it would be like the mirror of the album that we never
Yeah.
play, but
I was pissed about some changes we made to it, but
Craig was actually right to make those changes, though, because otherwise it would have just kept repeating itself.
I think we
tell
should have
Craig how you
taken.
really feel.
I think we should have taken a different part out instead of the part that we took out, but that's okay, Craig. I still love you.
101.5 The Hawk. You're listening to the Reverend Radio Show. That, of course, my guest, Defiler.
We are Defiler with the
By
song
Profaner.
Profaner.
We haven't
Yeah.
filed the show with our profane material.
Oh, Centuries of Decay before that with The Architect. Epically long song, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Judas Priest before with Firepower. You guys were feeling that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that album.
That album is a total
Oh,
banger.
let me turn this damn background music down. Let's turn the background. I always screw it up. Yeah, new Judas Priest album. Great album, right?
Oh man, I was floored by it.
Yeah, me too. And not only us, apparently, because they have announced that it's their best-selling album ever to date.
Probably since Painkiller.
Well, even better than Painkiller, apparently.
Wow, and that's saying a lot, because that was a great album.
That's what I was, when I heard that, I was like, the specific, that Painkiller is the one, I was like, it even sells better than Painkiller?
It's like, how's that possible?
Yeah, think of some of the huge hits and albums that they've had in the past. And now, when music isn't selling like it did back in the 80s, and they were on top of the metal world, now they have their biggest selling album, which says something for their songwriting, I think.
That's hard to achieve these days, especially considering when Painkiller came out.
Yeah, right.
Right, like there's a lot of artists in various genres that I still have a lot of respect for because they were around in a time where people still bought music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and who was it recently said it's Dave Mustaine said all the new bands are like snot-nosed little kids.
Him and Scott Ian apparently
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
He would say that.
Yeah.
He says a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, guy's got a big mouth.
Don't pay attention to Dave. We started off, of course, Profaner. Maybe you guys have heard of this band.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Bitter Dormancy was the name of the song. By the way, we actually played Dwelling of Oblivion. I got the song title wrong. I gotta change that. But probably my favorite song on the album, actually, Dwelling of Oblivion.
Yeah, it's kind of it grew on us after a while for sure.
Oh yeah, even when if you guys release the videos you guys are recording right now, people will be able to see. But off the air, you were like, yeah, I actually don't mind the song now. It doesn't suck like I thought it did at first.
I never said that.
No, I think I said that. The song is definitely the black sheep of the album for us for a bit. But,
Why was that?
I don't know. It's probably the last song that was written for the album, and we were.
It really seemed like more of just a filler song, but ever since we've been playing it at rehearsals, it's just grown on us.
Yeah.
It's kind of one Jay had buried deep in his bag, and he kind of pulled it out. He's like, I wrote this song like a long, long, long time ago. You guys want to play it?
He dug deep into a sack for that one. No, it's a very fun song to play, and even on bass, I would say that's the hardest song for me to play. I give it.
So
I kind of phoned it in for the others.
when like you said, Jason wrote that song. Does he bring a song to you? Lyrics and instruments and everything are complete.
He writes the guitar parts and like the structure of the song.
Okay.
And then when he brings it to the band, we all have our piece in it.
Oh, okay.
We all
So
have
your
parts.
parts.
I write my bass parts.
Yeah, your own
Craig
parts
writes his
are
own
written by
drums.
you.
Once we know what we're playing, we just go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Is that how you find most of your songs are written?
Well, now we're finding that the person who's filling Jay's shoes, Steven, he's kind of doing the same thing as well.
Yeah.
He's brought a lot of stuff to the
He's been
table.
cranking out quite a bit, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So are you guys already getting new material together then?
Yeah, we have how many songs does Steven have with us now? I think about 6 songs.
Really? That weren't on this album.
No.
Do you play them live yet?
No, we haven't. Well, no, we're still promoting Bitter Dormancy.
Yeah.
And then I have another 6 songs written. So we have.
Oh, really? So you guys have a few lineups, a few releases lined up, ready to go.
There's things in the works.
Yeah, we're gonna mix everything on up.
Yeah, maybe it will take less than 9 years this time.
Fingers crossed.
Don't hold your breath, Reverend.
Is there anything else you can tell us about that song, Dwelling of Oblivion?
I know what it was. Jay wrote it about working when he was a teenager, and
the next question was actually going to be, what is the Dwelling of Oblivion?
It is. I think it just kind of
retail work in general.
Retail work in general being. But there's one line in the song where he says, "Your skin begins to green because of the green uniforms that they wear at the grocery store." But like, I think it kind of just.
It's weird. I just noticed you said he says it, but it's you saying it. But it's his words, right?
It is his words.
Yeah.
And he does actually. That's one of the songs he sings with me on the album.
Oh yeah.
And he would always sing with me live. And there's a lot of different. It brought a lot of different kind of creative things we wanted to try out, especially with vocals. Like there were some like kind of falling away vocals we tried to do, kind of like Ozzy does in a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a different vibe altogether. That song.
Yeah. It's definitely, to me, was a standout track on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's get to some more of the album. Right now, we're getting to Defiler. Actually, Defiler now. Yeah. So, what is this song about?
This song is about becoming or being defiled.
I was going to say,
like to keep saying
about being defiled, and you kick your ass.
But by yourself, essentially by your, I guess, like fear of loss and fear of death kind of makes you do things that necessarily lead you down a dark path, right?
Yeah.
And this song wasn't completed yet when I joined the band, and this was my one opportunity to write a song on this album.
So was this your first contribution, I guess, to Profaner?
Yeah. There's it was my first writing contribution with Jay, and we worked on the lyrics together, and it was kind of funny. And we actually released a playthrough video for that song recently too.
Oh yeah, I saw that on YouTube. Yeah.
It was fun. Kind of, he told me that Frankie had kind of worked with the song a little bit, but he said if you want to just go with it and do whatever you want.
Yeah. So did you change any like lyrics to it or anything?
We wrote the lyrics and the vocals from the ground up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was fun. So and that's kind of like it was the precursor of this is what I can be doing more of when I put my time in with Bitter Dormancy and get things done with these guys, and then we'll all get to have our creative stab at things soon. It's really exciting.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check it out. 101.5 The Hawk. This Profaner Defiler. 101.5 The Hawk, which I already said.
Are you kidding me, Pat?
Yep.
That's what that was all about?
What? Yep. You guys were distracting us.
Yeah, me too.
No, it's because
101.5 The Hawk. You're listening to the Reverend Radio show. That was Nita Strauss. The song is called Pandemonium 2.0. Song off her new solo album, Controlled Chaos. Great album. Pat, you were liking it too, right?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, wait, did I not turn your microphone on? Give me 1 second here. Now you can talk.
Yeah, love it. It's a total banger.
Yeah, it is. And like I was telling you off the air, I don't play any instruments, so usually instrumental metal kind of goes over my head because as someone who doesn't play, what I kind of grab onto and identify with are the lyrics.
Yeah.
So, the instrumental stuff usually kind of doesn't catch me so much. But this is like, I find myself like sitting there like bobbing my head in all the time throughout the whole album.
Yeah, she writes some pretty good riffs.
Yeah. She sent me the signed copy because I helped the crowdfunding for it.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you guys ever actually considered crowdfunding anything?
We talked about it briefly, but it's never really been discussed in detail.
No.
Yeah, never seriously. Like we I don't know. It's a pretty big step to take, and there's a lot of decisions to go with that. There's a lot of it has to be done just right.
Yeah.
And, we don't want to pull a Winter Sun and ask for $1 million to build the studio.
Oh yeah. Look, a lot of bands. What's the other one? Orgy tried to make a comeback. Remember those guys? They did that Blue Monday song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they tried to do a comeback, and they thought a lot of people were going to be into it because they're Orgy from Candy Ass and the Family Values tour, and so they did a crowdfunding thing, and it went nowhere.
Wow.
See, that's the biggest fear too. What if we started this crowdfunding and we get nowhere?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Huge blow to your confidence in the music you're putting out, right?
Then it was all for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think what the digital age has brought about is a lot of people working really hard at mastering a craft and getting a lot of work done so that you have less to outsource. There's that way, you still go to your professionals and people you trust to get the job done right with production, but there's a lot more you can accomplish without help
by yourself.
You were able to before.
Well, like a lot of bands that we have in, I don't know what you guys did, but they recorded their album right in their living room type of thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, that do-it-yourself spirit is becoming more prevalent, especially in local bands nowadays. And it's definitely something worth considering for all bands.
And some bands do it so well, not to name drop, but our friends in Sumo Psycho, everything is do it yourself. Yeah, right? Everything is do-it-yourself, from their music videos, making their tour bus. They bought a bus, they gutted it themselves, and they put new seats and tables and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, because and that's what a lot of bands need to learn how to do, is do it themselves. I think.
Get your hands dirty.
This time I will not name drop because I'm about to say something bad about this band. But there was one band who we used to have on the show fairly regularly, and they started to get some attention. Mm-hmm. And somebody contacted them being like, hey, I'm a manager. Why don't you fly out here to Texas? We're going to have a big meeting about your band. So two of the members flew out. They got in the office, and starstruck right away, because behind the guy's desk where he sat was a platinum Slipknot album.
Huh.
So as soon as they saw that, they're like, "Oh, this guy's legit." Meanwhile, he could have the most minor people involved in an album will still get a platinum album like that.
True.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He could have taken a picture that was,
used it somewhere.
Yeah. You know what? I've heard a lot of artists from various genres and just people I know, whatever, coming to you just talking about how they got an offer or something, or somebody emailed them or whatever. People out there, you got to be careful. Yeah. Because there are so many people who will email you saying, "I've got this production company," or "I've got I'm a publicist," or something, and they will offer you all these bells and whistles. Yeah. And then
that's not what that's like now.
Exactly. Like, I email bands all the time about my production company, but no one's fallen for it yet.
Certainly not Profaner.
Production,
yeah. But so what happened is these guys, they signed a contract and everything, signed with, I don't know what this guy's company was, don't know, don't care, and then it stopped them from putting out music.
Yeah.
Because they had to do it from this guy. Meanwhile, this guy's in Texas. So how do you work with somebody from this area? And he's in Texas, and he's going to produce your stuff.
People will contact you from like LA and everything, and say, we'll you'll have to fly out here, but when we can do this
pay
and
for
this
your
and
own
that.
ticket.
And they did, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, don't sign with. Not that I know anything about music industry. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this show on a volunteer basis, okay? But I was like, guys, don't sign with this guy. I don't like it, because they asked me for advice, because people think I have, inside knowledge or something, I guess. Yeah. And I was like, guys, this is a bad mistake. Don't do this. But they did it anyways, and they got totally screwed. But I always tell the bands, you got to learn how to do this stuff yourself. Don't sign with a manager or a production company or whatever until the offers are coming in so much that you can't handle it.
Then you can justify dumping a whole bunch of money into it.
Yeah, exactly, right? And the thing is, these guys that you sign with, they don't get you those opportunities. You get yourself the opportunities, and they manage them for you.
And this is funny. Yeah, we have been talking about this, and we've been a very do-it-yourself. Yeah, of course, there's people that have helped us do this, and Alan Fermani, he made this album happen for us.
Oh yeah.
He did an amazing job of it.
Yeah.
But something we have been considering and working towards is tracking things ourselves and then getting people to mix and getting something to master. So we do more of the things in home.
Exactly. Saves you
Profaner
money.
Vision Entertainment.
A little more work, but saves you so much money.
Exactly, and we control every aspect of it.
And that's the next thing I was going to say.
The studio's not dead yet. I mean, it is beneficial to have somebody with you through the whole project.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then
it never hurts to have that extra set of ears.
Yeah. And people who, when you're too invested in the music, in fact, a good example of this is, actually, let's get into, I gotta do this song
Come
list.
on, Reverend.
North Shroud, The Feast of Eternity before that, Crowbar with Walk with Knowledge Wisely. Kirk of Crowbar messaged me today to tell me Motley Crue sucks, by the way. Profaner with Defiler started it off. But what was I saying before this? I forget now.
Oh dear.
It looks like Nikki Sixx is shocked R. Kelly is not in jail or dead.
Oh really? Yeah, did you hear Motley Crue getting back together?
Oh, no. You mean that contract that they signed wasn't legitimate?
Well,
it wasn't a legally binding contract?
That it's not going to be for a tour, just for 4 songs for this new movie that's coming out on them.
You mean there's an asterisk in the contract?
Yeah, right? I know. Yeah.
Who'd have
just like you're saying, you don't sign things with people. Yeah. They're shysters.
Oh, come on. Everyone knew Motley Crue wasn't going to stop touring.
Right? Yeah.
But by the time you get enough offers that you consider hiring somebody, the right people are going to come to you, and you're going to know who they are. Because they're going to show you proof of who they work with on a regular basis, and who they can put you in touch with and collaborate with, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's.
But even set them free, and if they come back, it's meant to be, right?
Yeah,
So that has nothing to do with anything.
You pulled that one out of your rear.
Yeah. Anyway,
swing and a miss.
We've been checking out the new album from Profaner, Bitter Dormancy, which took some time to get out. How long would you guys say some of these songs have been? Say the oldest song that has been written for.
Since 2010, 11.
Yeah.
That would be Prophetic Nightmare, actually.
Oh yeah.
That would be our first song that was written for this album, and then they flowed pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
So they've been around since that 2010, 11, 12.
How long did they take to actually record, would you say?
Oh, that's another little story, but we've been recording this album since 2016.
Oh, really? Wow.
2015?
Because I remember...
2016, yeah.
When you guys went to Vaughan, you had a 1-song sampler type of thing just for that event.
Yeah, right? We actually did that in-house. Our drummer...
So did you?
Yeah, our drummer, Craig Piggott, actually
really?
Spearheaded that initiative. And, he produced that album, and
Yeah, nice.
It was recorded in his parents' basement.
There you go. DIY, just like we were saying yourself, right?
Yeah, with an SM58 and whatever else we did, and it worked out great. Yeah.
So where did you guys record this album?
We recorded this album with our old guitar player, Alan Fermani. He kind of wanted to take the more production approach with us. So he spearheaded the
Is that the guy you said he played on, was it the title track?
The title track, yes.
He did the solo there?
Yeah.
Did he actually play it or just write it?
No, he actually played it.
He wrote it and played it, yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's me and him you're hearing doing the harmony.
Oh, cool. So, we've had Profaner in once or twice before.
Once or twice.
But we've also had Rusty in with another band, Lutharo. Mm-hmm. First, I want to know how it will... when inevitably you guys play a show together, Lutharo and Profaner, how does that work?
It's actually already happened in the past.
Oh yeah. While you've been in both bands?
While I've been in both bands, it's already happened.
Yeah. We basically just shackle Rusty to the stage.
They won't let me leave.
Yeah. So do you guys strategically put a band in between so you get a rest or something? No.
Yeah, I don't remember last time. I don't think we did.
No, so you were just Lutharo right to Profaner, or the other way around?
Yeah, because actually, you know what? Yeah, it was a show where actually Corey Hoffing was also filling in on drums for us. I think it went right from Lutharo to Profaner.
Were you playing drums for Lutharo at that point?
No, I was playing bass for Lutharo at that point.
So that's not so much. Or not so bad.
Yeah, it's just bass.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was on the whole time, so it's just bass. Who cares? Said every guitarist ever.
So when you decide you want to join another band, do you bring it to the other guys in Profaner first?
I of course share it with them, yes. But I mean, ultimately, Profaner is always going to be my baby as well. So it's every decision I make.
Are you the only original member from Profaner now?
Somewhat. Original asterisk.
Okay, yeah.
Original-esque.
Yeah.
I'm the best they're going to get. Yeah, so I mean, any new band I do join, I do always factor in Profaner and what plans I have for them, because that's always going to be priority.
Yeah,
So pretty much every other band project I do is more on a session to temporary basis.
Oh, okay, I see.
While Profaner is always going to be my main number one.
Yeah, you almost single-handedly support, because you sang in Sledgehammer too.
Yes, I did.
You almost single-handedly support the metal scene in Hamilton.
Oh, right.
If there was no Rusty, right?
Oh, please, you give me too little credit.
Here's another thing. So Revstock 1 comes around. I've never put on a concert. I never sold any T-shirts. Rusty walked me through the whole thing.
Oh, come on. Like, I mean, sure, I mean, okay, I might have been the mastermind behind everything.
Pretty much.
Put me up on a pedestal some more, why don't you?
Guys, we gotta fit him through the door. His head's gotta fit through the door when we leave this place, alright?
No, he can stay here now. He's one with the radio station now. So was everyone cool with you, the other guys in the band, cool with you dividing your time between the two bands?
We've all done it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, Pat has a couple of projects himself. Craig and Anthony both have had a couple of projects themselves in the past, which, again, we always factor in Profaner, and, as long as
you know what, it just got a little more like Tool, I just realized.
It's a little more complicated sometimes with other people when you don't want to refer to it as a side project because that just kind of
it kind of
put way, right?
And it kind of I think puts down the other thing. You know what I mean? Kind of shoves it aside.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of. I mean, it's all about how you word things. It's all in how it's perceived.
And like, no offense to your contributions to either band, but I feel like you don't have as much say of what you play in Lutharo. You just you get up there and they're like, Rusty, play this. Am I right there?
It's. I mean, no. I will say that the bass for the EP, I did have enough say where I put my little Rusty-isms in there, of course, but the songs were already
there
and written,
by the other guys.
Yeah, no, of course no. I didn't contribute to the structure or any of that of the songs, and they kind of had, some bass
figured out?
Bass, some of it figured out for me, and then they just kind of let me put my own spin on it.
Oh, okay.
Add my
your own style.
Exactly, my own style, as they called it, my Rusty-isms.
Yeah. I've heard them say that too, actually. I didn't know that that's what I was talking about.
That's a real word.
See, boys,
look it up.
See, boys, this is how you hijack an interview.
You see this button that says mic 2, Wyatt?
Press the Pat button.
Wait, are we here with Profaner or are we here with
So what are the differences between the ways the two bands work, would you say?
I mean, both of the bands, both are fairly democratic. I mean, they vote on things. And, I mean, I don't know. We've always been very good friends with Lutharo as well. So
I noticed that.
We share a jam space together, actually.
Oh, do you?
So, yeah, so I mean, they've always...
Because I have a feeling I may have found Lutharo through my association with you guys in Profaner. I'm not positive because it's been so many years, but...
You hear that, Lutharo?
So Lutharo also recently released an EP. So you must have been recording parts for both at kind of the same...
Yeah, there was actually a tiny little bit of overlap.
Yeah.
Bitter Dormancy, for the most part, I think I already had recorded, but I think I did some takes with Al for 4 of the songs when Pat drove out while the recording for the EP was happening.
Oh, okay.
So there was, I think, a tiny little bit of overlap, but I mean, I managed it pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty amazing like that.
What about you other guys? Did you have any other concerns about Rusty joining Lutharo?
No. Like, when we spent a lot of time with Lutharo playing shows too, and like, it's kind of like being typecasted. You don't want people to see your band and expect to see another band. Like, if people are going to a Lutharo show.
And it almost got to be like that for you.
Yeah, like if Lutharo's playing a show, they probably don't want people coming up to them and asking them, "Oh, where's Profaner?" Or vice versa, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
but at the same time, I'm gonna let you guys in on some inside advice here, some inside secrets here. Revstock 1. I had all the bands already booked, basically. And then I contacted you guys. You guys were in Vaughan at the time. I don't know if you remember. And I was like, would you guys want to play this? And you guys were like, only if Lutharo's on the bill, too. And I was like,
I think that was me, actually.
I was like, you know what? I'll think about it. I'll see what I can do. They're already one of the first bands confirmed. I waited like an hour, and then I replied, "Oh, yep, they're on, no problem."
I didn't even know about that.
No, again, they're really good friends of ours.
Yeah.
And, going forward, they're always going to be good friends of ours.
Yeah, and it's like we love sharing the stage together, and that's definitely not going to stop it.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll definitely be sharing the stage together in the future some more, whether I'm playing with them or not.
Probably, you know what? Those two bands, probably some of the top bigger bands, at least in the underground scene still. of the Hamilton area, I would say.
Yeah.
Or flattered.
Oh, stop.
Shucks.
Next song we're checking out is From the Grave. Is it safe to assume that this is about zombies?
How'd you know?
Oh, nothing gets past you.
Nothing. It's a steel trap. Is there anything else aside from this being about zombies that you can tell us about this song?
It's fun. It's fun to play. It was part of our set that brought us to Vakken.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on that demo, I believe, as well.
Oh, really? The one you handed out at Vakken?
And that summer, Walking Dead was very popular. Anthrax had a bit of a zombie thing.
Yeah, they did too. Actually, one of the guys from Anthrax was
Annihilator released a Feast, was that?
Yeah, that's right.
A zombie cover on it.
And I think Call of Duty was still doing this whole
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, they still are. I still rock some zombies.
There's Call of Duty zombie comics now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should check those out.
Guys,
they're like first-person shooters?
Zombies.
It's like every other extremely violent Call of Duty / zombie comic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what you expect. That's what it is.
I'm sure there's been fan films and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah. Parodies.
Yeah,
zombies kind of never really die, but it definitely had a wave there that was really big. And I don't know if that was Jay's inspiration or Frankie. I don't know who wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No?
I think that was Frank's last contribution to
really?
the band was From the Grave.
Mm-hmm.
I actually spoke about it with Jay recently, and yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. So do you guys still see Jay fairly often?
Yeah, and in fact, we still keep in touch with him. He does little guest appearances for us every now and then. Or, if time permitting, guitarist can't do a show, then we'll ask him if he's able to fill in to help us out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, there's...
So clearly no, bitterness there between him.
Of course not.
Like I said, it was
only thing bitter is this album.
Unintended.
Well, like I said before, it was kind of... I don't want to say expected, but totally we understood why he was leaving.
Yeah, man. You gotta grow up sometime, right?
Yeah, right.
I remember him there were certain times where we kind of felt like, is he gonna leave us one day?
Yeah.
Just certain things he'd say, especially when we were in Germany. He was like, I think this tops it for me, guys. I think this is it.
Really?
I was like, whoa,
well,
so he's
I was doing some schmoozing with bands out there, and me and Jay were drinking at the hotel afterwards, till 6 a.m. we were out.
Oh, really? Whoa.
And
before the set or after your set?
This was we were in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was just like, Rusty, if you were to keep the band going, I'd be totally okay. And just when he said that when I was,
you're like, oh.
And then it was when we were at Steel Panther, he said to us, "Yeah, I'm bowing out."
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, that was quite literally.
Good time at a Steel Panther show is a good time to quit because the mood is so light.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You can't be
I had a suspicion he was quitting the band when he was telling us he was quitting, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
So, you mentioned you will continue to collaborate with him.
Of course.
Are there, and like I said, I've been trying to encourage bands to collaborate within the scene. Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else you'd like to collaborate with?
Ooh.
I don't know. I mull ideas around all the time, especially when I'm driving home from work and I'm listening to other bands. Man, it'd be really fun to get together with somebody. You got any ideas, Rusty?
Yeah, there's actually one of the newer songs we have written. There's a part where you're singing where I could totally see Johnny No Cash doing some backup.
I know exactly what part you're
I think you guys would sound great in that part together.
Yeah.
It would be a cool little guest appearance.
Yeah.
Maybe even some
and you should give a credit to the Reverend for having the idea there.
Did you not hear me? I just had the idea.
No, I'm pretty sure that is my idea.
M-E.
I have to give it to the host.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to turn your microphone
it to the host, all right.
Anyone else?
I thought of a funny idea of doing "Baby It's Cold Outside" with Krista when that thing was going.
That would be awesome.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's so many people that we work with. It'd be so much fun.
It would definitely be fun to collaborate with some female vocals.
That's what I was thinking.
Cecile Monique.
I was just gonna say Cecile Monique.
From Snow Maiden, something
that.
That would be a lot. Again, they're amazing
or you know
vocals.
what? The most obvious one to everyone, me and everyone else, Lutharo.
Yeah,
right?
but again, because
too
it's
obvious,
so obvious,
maybe?
Exactly. You know, there has been kind of an inside
But
joke.
I mean, there are sometimes like dual albums are cool. I remember there was a band,
like split EPs.
Yeah, Alexis on Fire and another band way back in the day. They covered each other's songs. It was really cool.
Yeah, and actually, Mastodon did that. They covered a Commotion by what's her name, Feist or something like that. And she recorded. She's like a lonely chick on a guitar and a microphone type of music, whereas they're obviously kind of pretty heavy rock metal stuff.
Yeah.
So she covered one of their songs. They covered one of her songs, and they put it out on one record for Record Store Day.
Well, do you know what song of Mastodon's she covered?
I can hear it in my head, but I'd have to check it out. I'd have to look it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Tongue.
Yeah, Black. That was it. Yeah. Yeah. It was a cool release too. Cool little release. Have you guys ever thought about vinyl? That's kind of the popular format now.
It's very expensive though. So
I know $500 a test pressing average. Yeah. Per test pressing. That's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something we'll get into eventually when we're there. It's just, again,
And you know what? Don't rush it. I have a record. One of my favorite bands, Ministry, put out their album From Beer to Eternity on vinyl. 180 gram, 2 LPs. Songs do not sound the same. I can tell it was mastered for the CD and then just put on vinyl. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite bands. I almost cried saying that on the air right there.
Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah, you can't skip that. You can't skip remastering it for vinyl.
Exactly. And that's the thing, too. Like, as much as we are, in a way trying to be a DIY sort of band.
Yeah.
With that, there is also some financial limitations because, again, we are not Metallica. We don't have those kinds of funds.
Exactly.
So
you don't
we
have the
what
production capabilities behind
Exactly. We work with what we have when we have it. We do what we can when we can, but we always do things. We try to do things right. So we're not.
So you only have to do it once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when we can too. If it's not viable for us right now to get into vinyl, we're not going to.
Yeah, exactly.
But when the time comes when we can comfortably start putting out vinyl, that's definitely something we're gonna.
Is that consider. Something on your list of things to do?
Oh, it's a big list.
Yeah. All right, let's check out this song from The Grave. We've talked way too much, especially you, Rusty. 1015.
Somebody had to say it.
I'm pretty chatty.
1015 The Hawk. Here's Profaner with From the Grave.
The other thing that drives me nuts about metal is this thought that black metal has to sound shitty for it to be black metal.
I know.
That's not true.
Yeah. I get so many...
But Astaroth, they sound amazing, and they do some pretty good black metal. So they're helping break that.
Well, yeah, but there might even be black metal fans that listen to Astaroth and listen to whatever else that would say it's not true black metal unless it sounds like
there's always
unless it sounds like it was recorded with a tape recorder in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside a kettle drum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got
In my shower.
Astaroth, like they're all doing like very good quality recording.
Yeah.
I like what Astaroth's putting out, and I'm excited to see what their new material is going to sound like, because I think it's going to sound a lot different.
1015 The Hawk, you listen to the Reverend Radio Show. That, of course, was our friends in Profaner joining us in the studio still. They have not left yet.
Hey.
Can't get rid of us.
Yeah, I wish.
We ain't going nowhere.
What else do we play on that? We'll start off with Profaner, of course, From the Grave. Ministry after that. Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Classic Ministry right there.
Such a good song.
Yeah. I remember when I had you guys in before Vulcan, Ministry was one of the bands, Rusty, you said you were looking forward to sharing the stage with.
Yeah,
and that's the moment that Rusty unlocked my heart.
They put on a great show at Vulcan.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah. I one of my favorite bands. I never got to catch them live yet.
I think they're coming by soon.
They were just by in December.
Oh, maybe that's what.
Were they playing around like dusk, like on one of the later days we were there? I can't remember.
What the hell is dusk?
That's when the sun is going down, bro.
Shakespeare?
I don't know what time the sun went down that day.
The band doth play through the dusk.
The slide after that with Lies. Rusty, you're a big fan of the slide.
Oh my God.
You judged them last night for the new Vakken competition, right?
Yes, that's right. Honestly, all the bands yesterday put on great shows. They were all there for a reason. They were good at what they do. But the slide, they brought something to the night.
Yeah.
Like, they were so tight. His vocals were right on point. Like, they definitely turned me into a fan.
Oh, yeah.
I have not heard of them.
Was that the first time you had ever judged a Vakken competition?
Yes. Yeah, it was. I mean, I've always been naturally good at judging people. Like,
me
even
too. I
even
judge people whether
exactly.
they want me
Like
to
right
or
now, I'm judging 3 people. You guys don't even know.
Cecile Monique after that with Genesis, and she was one of the people you guys said you would like to possibly consider collaborating with.
Yeah, of course.
I think that would be great. And we just again Killing on Command by Profaner. You guys heard of that band?
Those guys.
They're alright.
We're talking about their album Bitter Dormancy. The release is next weekend at this in Hollywood, right?
So yeah, we actually have Tootie, I'll let you talk about this one.
Yeah, sure. So first, right before our hometown CD release show, we're actually guest headlining the Vakken Metal Battle for Psychotic Pulse, Experiment Specimen, and Chainfall on Friday, January 25th at the Coalition in Toronto.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Chainfall. I don't know if I off the top of my head, I can't think if I've heard them, but I've been hearing about that band.
I kind of know the other 3 bands.
Yeah.
I hear Chainfall's like more of like party metal sort of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but again, I haven't checked them out too fully.
Yeah. So now that you guys, did you have any other shows lined up for us?
Yes, so we have the actual hometown release. So it's going to be, we're going to be playing that whole album front to back, which we'll be doing on the 25th as well. Then on the 26th.
Is that so? Will your new albums mostly consist of or your new sets? I mean, mostly consist of the new album?
Well, these next
already did.
Exactly.
Exactly. We've been playing them for a while now.
Yeah. So I mean, these next 2 sets we're going to be playing the whole album front to back for sure.
Yeah.
But on January 26th at this in Hollywood, we're also going to be playing with Operas and Of Hatred Spawns. Both of which JJ Tartaglia is actually in.
Oh, he's in both of them?
Yeah, he's one of his 27 bands.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
He really does get around.
Yeah,
exactly. We love you, JJ. We
safely.
really do.
So have you guys put the old Signs of Nine stuff to rest live?
Actually,
or they still rear their heads?
We can't completely forget about it.
No, and in fact, I am actually a big stickler in the band about that. To always have at least one song from Signs of Nine.
Yeah.
And going forward, we're hopefully going to keep releasing more albums. I never want to forget. Let's live till tomorrow, Reverend. We're going to keep releasing new music, new albums, and we want to make sure to always represent the old stuff as well.
Every album in a live set.
Exactly.
Because there's always bound to be a fan in the audience that wants to hear all that old stuff.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see that stuff go live on streaming and Spotify and everything, because it's like we finally realized it was 2018. Oh, 2019. And it's like, you know what? Like, why not
realize that?
the album was coming out, and it's like, why not build some hype around that by stating the fact that our old material is also out.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you find now that you've put out the new album that more people are going and checking out the old album?
Yeah.
Are you able to see
you can see that kind of stuff on Spotify. I'm curious to look at the numbers. It's been a little while.
Yeah, we've all been a little bit busy prepping for these shows.
Oh yeah.
So we haven't really checked the numbers in a little bit, but we'll definitely have to check into it.
Yeah.
Like we
I'm just not that it matters. I'm just kind of curious as to whether that kind of helps. New stuff helps out your old stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
In a way, I'm sure it does.
Absolutely.
Even our new stuff's doing pretty well. Like we have a lyric video on YouTube for Eternal Am I. I think that's over 1,000 views already.
Oh yeah. So would you guys say that's the single? Is that what you would consider the single? That song?
One of the singles for sure.
Are we going to see like a proper music video? You guys did one for Signs of Nine.
I hope so.
It's something definitely to talk about. But I mean, for Album 3 for sure, we're gonna have a music video. For Album 2, it's something that's being discussed right now, but
I'm not sure yet.
Nothing in the works yet, but we do have a couple of new playthrough videos coming out in the near future.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Kind of the route we're going with this, because we want to move forward so badly.
Yeah.
That it's we can't imagine ourselves wanting to spend that much more time in the past.
On the same old songs, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys said, these songs have been around for almost 10 years now.
Yeah, and with the momentum that we have right now, post-album, and just like, it almost feels weird focusing on this release and everything like that, because we have so much that we're excited about that's brewing right now.
Yeah, I see.
It's really fun. Not to say we're gonna, brush past Bitter Dormancy, but at the same time, this is a new band.
You're already on to new stuff.
Yeah, it kind of marks like a turning of the page into a new chapter. Right?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. The J era kind of ends with Bitter Dormancy, and going forward, the Profaner era is going to be, myself, Craig, Pat, Anthony, and Steven. Mm-hmm. We're all contributing. We're all taking different parts of what we do in the band, and we're all sharing responsibilities, and it's something interesting to upcoming.
I noticed the shortest song on this new album is it's the intro. Sorry. The intro. The intro is like 2 minutes.
Yes.
But it's not. I've been talking too much. But aside from that, one of the next shortest tracks is over 5.5 minutes still.
Is it really? Is it really the shortest one? Oh, man.
Yeah, we have a penchant for long songs.
I noticed, I was going to say, it kind of carried over from the Signs of 9 days.
Yeah.
No 11-minute epic.
No, yeah, and actually, I guess the shortest song would be the intro. I actually ended up writing that, writing and playing guitar for that with some backing from Patrick over here.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got a pianist in
Whoa, can we say that on the air?
Yeah, no, he plays the piano. The 12-inch pianist.
So is the length of these songs like a conscious effort?
It just kind of happens, and eventually when we have the song, it's just kind of like, oh, well, this sounds too chunky to take out. Oh, we can't take this part.
Yeah.
Whoa, what are you doing cutting that?
There might be other songs where it's like, all right, this part's a little long-winded, it's dragging on, then you can sacrifice a few hours here and there, right?
But you never really know how long it actually is until you go record it,
right? Yeah, I know. Were there any songs that after you guys recorded, you were like, whoa, this is way too long, and have to cut it down?
Yeah.
And
it was The Dwelling of Oblivion, actually, one of the songs that you heard. We cut out one of the parts that repeats, and it still throws me off to this day when we're jamming.
Really?
That song.
Because you're used to it being the old way?
I want to jump into the chorus, but it kind of goes into a transition part instead.
I see, it works, though.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
I didn't notice that anything was missing.
Dude, he feels that part was viciously ripped out. He's been heartbroken about it.
I would have rather taken out a different part. But you know what? If I'm going to get hung up on that kind of stuff, then there's no moving forward, whatever.
So what about the opposite? Is there any part where you're like, we need to make this longer?
Never thought of it that way.
No.
Rusty probably thinks there's a part of himself he wants to make longer. As far there's definitely parts you want to milk. You don't want to overdo it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I definitely like to milk parts.
Yeah. This is a great conversation.
So, take me through the process of writing a song. We're about to check out No Way Out. Let's talk about this song. How did this song first start?
This song was actually part written by our old guitar player, John Raposo, who's currently playing in Lotharo.
Yeah.
I believe he wrote the song, or him and Jason Crook wrote the song.
Yeah.
The exact specifics of who exactly came up with how much, but John had a huge impact on that song, so I'm pretty sure he wrote it.
Yeah.
He kind of brought it to the band, and once he brought it to the band, we all kind of added our own little touches to it, our own little parts to it. Frank had lyrics. I wrote my bass line. Craig wrote his drums for it, and then we were like, hey, maybe this part we can do this part
and then
here. We can add this part here. There's
so
a
it's
little
almost
part
like you take an idea for a song and take it your own ways, do your own thing, and then come together and kind of collaborate idea-wise on what other people can do.
Yeah,
is that safe to say?
Yeah, and especially even now in the new songwriting, like we're all very open to change. It's not like you bring a song to the table. You only play it my way. I wrote all your parts, and you can't try anything. We're very open about other people.
So it doesn't run like Megadeth.
No.
We keep Google Drive very busy with ideas.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a brewery tank where everybody just throws what
that's
they've
cool,
got
though.
in. And,
Yeah, you record a riff or whatever and throw it in, and yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Gotta put it in the trough.
Yeah, let's check the song out. No Way Out, 101.5, Profaner, The Hawk, Reverend Radio Show.
Oh, it sounds great.
I know. I sound amazing.
Actually, it sounds too good. And I'm noticing things. And I'm like, should have fixed something there. No, I'm sorry. That's the thing. Sometimes you listen too hard to it, and nobody's ever going to notice.
Yeah, a little mistake.
Yeah, it's not even a mistake. It's just like something you wanted to do differently,
oh, true,
and you would have sounded better. But if nobody ever hears that, then they don't know the difference.
John hears it.
Yeah, John hears it. He does.
John hears all.
Does it pick up again? Nope.
Nope.
101.5 The Hawk. You listen to Reverend Radio. I wasn't ready for that to end. In case you didn't notice. Well, before we go, let's start the background music. Yeah, that song's still playing. We got another minute left in the song, it says.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, what song was that? No Way Out.
That was No Way Out.
Yes. We only have one more song to play from you guys. Technically two. There's one other one, but if anyone wants to hear the instrumental intro, they're gonna have to buy the album.
You're gonna have to buy the album. Or
I can't give all the prizes away.
That song's called Rab's Requiem. It was I wrote that piece.
Oh really? For me the file I got was just Requiem. I like that it's Rab's work.
Well, yeah, on the actual record it's called Rab's Requiem.
Oh, I like that.
For Robert Cranny, who was
I heard Wab's Requiem. That's what I heard. Sorry.
Last song, Prophetic Nightmare.
Oh yes, this song has been around in our repertoire for a long. This is actually the oldest song.
Oh yeah,
Bitter Dormancy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Probably our fastest one too.
Oh yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
So when you guys write songs like this one, for example, is it anything based on personal experience? Like, did one of you have a weird nightmare that prophesied something?
I mean, I got all kinds of weird dreams.
I'm sure we all have at one point in time.
I guess, yeah. Where else do you get the themes and ideas for your songs, and this one in particular?
Well, you know what? I wish I had Frank around to help me with that one.
Yeah,
Jay,
I
I guess there's a lot of it just comes from a lot of their favorite movies like Terminator.
Oh yeah,
that was Signs of Nine. Yeah,
Signs of Nine had a lot of Terminator stuff.
What song was it you pointed out had some Star Wars references?
That was Defiler.
Yeah.
But and I think moving forward, a lot of this kind of subject matter you're gonna hear a lot about is human accomplishment. All the big questions on Earth and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So when
I'm writing a song about Ghost Rider, but okay.
So Anthony, when the band brings you a song, do you have any input musically for them?
I can sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, of course. And this is the thing. If anybody ever if Anthony hears the song and he thinks, hey, why don't we do this part like this? Or, hey, why don't you guys try a riff like this? Mm-hmm. We take all that into consideration.
So when you do it, do you know how to write music and stuff? Or are you just go instead of
yeah, I can't be oh yeah, why don't you just do a raised 13th?
Exactly.
No, I
just kind of
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not versed in theory.
I
wish it's still a goal of mine to study theory a little bit more, but no, it's mostly do a
there's goals and then there walls.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad, Judy. I'm the same. It's all by ear, baby.
Yeah. Instead of playing boom bap, play bap boom first. Do the rest of you guys contribute anything lyrically then?
For Bitter Dormancy and Signs, it was pretty much Jay and Frank.
Yeah.
But Anthony did have some lyrical throw-ins for Bitter Dormancy. There were some parts. But going forward for the next album, of course, everything is open.
So it'll be all of you guys collaborating in all ways.
That's kind of the direction. Like, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, Rusty, why don't you try doing this on bass?" Obviously, I'm going to try something.
Yeah, might as well. Right?
We welcome each other's input.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Like, we all work well together.
Yeah, like no one person is in control. It's all a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
Except for me, of course.
Well, what about the packaging of the album? How do you guys choose something like that?
We look at how much money we have, and then
that's always the main factor.
When we see how little we have.
I could say that things were done differently in the era of Signs of Nine. Times have changed. Band members have changed. Finances have changed. Everything. The whole game has changed.
So I kind of getting the feeling that you guys aren't entirely happy with the Bitter Dormancy album cover.
Oh no! The cover's fine.
We love it. It's just. We didn't do a jewel case for this one. We just did it
slip.
We did it again.
Sleeve.
Financially, it made more sense,
and
just for time purposes, we needed to get this album out.
This
was the smarter way to go. And after seeing the result with actually the Unleash the Beast EP, I was comfortable
in doing it this way. Yeah. So first off, what is the album cover? It's like a dude in a body bag or something.
Yeah,
right?
well, we found this. I was looking for artists, and we found an artist actually out of Hamilton.
Oh, really? What's his name?
And Ardennis or something?
Ardennis
Art? Ardennis some. And he had a lot of work that we liked.
Yeah.
And we saw this one piece, and we kind of thought it well represented the phase that the band was going through, kind of wrapping the old Profaner up. And,
start rapping, yo.
We're actually going to start rapping.
Yeah. So in this age, do you think the album cover has become maybe less important than it would have been 10, 15, and even 20 years ago?
To a lot of people, it's still really important. I think. Yeah.
People still like to have the physical copies.
I prefer, as you can see, I prefer the physical things.
Exactly, and
absolutely, same here.
Yeah,
and you have to have that visual associated with your music. That's part of the. Again, this is a music business, so this has to do with the branding of our band, how we present ourselves. So yes, we are selling the music, but we are also selling Profaner, the band, whether you're buying our t-shirts, our posters, and that is associated with the imagery that comes with the album cover, which has to have a certain level of quality, which this artist knocked out of the park. I wish I could find
his name.
He's got more work that I don't know if we already bought the work for use in the future, or if we were
obviously we paid him.
Oh no, not talking about the Bitter Dormancy cover, but he had other work that
you want to use.
I'm not sure if we bought more than one piece for other albums in the future or whatnot, but it was cool. It's and it was nice to find that somebody I found relatively quickly on Google turned out to be from the area.
Oh, that's cool.
Just looking up art.
So how does the image fit with this the sound of this album?
I think it does a great job of paying tribute to how kind of it's almost looks like a funeral. In a way, right?
It definitely does.
It's definitely the end of an era of Profaner, and he looks pretty bitterly dormant to me.
There's also
he has no expression on his face.
And there's a little bit of life in the picture in the flower vase, so there's. It'll be kind of like a phoenix from the ashes type thing.
Oh, and candles. The candles look great.
I'm picturing, like the new Profaner.
Especially the left
is be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's basically the way I can describe it.
So you guys are going to have physical copies available at your upcoming shows, right?
Yes, we are. January 25th at the Coalition and January 26th at the St. Hollywood. We are going to have physical copies.
Nice.
The January 26th show, we're going to have a little special surprise after our set.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, and we are,
That's the Hamilton show, is it?
That's going to be the Hamilton show. For our hometown, we always have a little something special to sprinkle to our hometown fan. Hamilton's always been good to us, so we'll be good to them right back.
I like that. Is there anything else you guys got to shout out?
Yeah.
Los Cabos?
Yes, Los Cabos Drumsticks. They have been a very great sponsor of ours since the Balkan Metal Bands.
That's one of the things you guys won there, right?
Yes, and we very much appreciate their support.
They've
been awesome for us, and of course, Green Go Paper is one of our other sponsors.
I like that too. The papers.
I know, right? Yeah.
There's got to be some Profaner logo papers.
That's the dream. That could be in the works, though. That's something to discuss.
Maybe some Profaner bongs.
Right?
Yeah.
Nothing is ruled out.
You know, yeah, rolled out. Yeah, I like that.
Roll out!
See what you did there. All right, let's get to this song. Will my listeners be able, if they want, grab a copy, like a physical copy online?
Yes.
Where can they go for that?
We are going to be setting up a website closer to the date of the CD release, and they will be able to order CDs online.
Nice. After the 25th, right?
That system is going to be set up.
All right. Good. I like to hear that. So, from here, what is next for Profaner?
World domination.
Me too.
We were just working with all this new material that we have brought to the table by Rusty and Steven. They've been pumping out riffs like crazy.
We're just oozing new material.
Nice.
We're just milking ourselves for new material,
Awesome. Yeah, I like that though. And I don't want to have to wait 9 years again, Rusty.
It's a really exciting time for us. We're really hoping to not waste any time and get right into it. I mean, big things are coming. I'm having a baby in a month.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Thank you. And so, I mean,
you're not going to leave the band after this, are you?
I don't want to follow that tradition. But I think that
I didn't hear a no there.
it comes at a good time because we're in a spot right now where we really want to perfect what we want to bring to.
Your sound,
perfect
your.
We're doing some further songwriting and some tracking, so we are going to take a little bit to focus on that and then come back strong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, if you guys had to just purely guess at when we would see the next album, what would you say?
Oh,
or will it be an album or an EP?
Like 2029, 2030.
Yeah, nice. The next release, will it be an album or an EP?
It might even be this year. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll
have discussed something. We have discussed doing an EP, of course. Mm-hmm. Again, nothing is officially set yet. Yeah. So right now, everything is just, Well, I don't want to see you quoting me, Reverend.
Yeah, no, when you guys know, you got to let me know. I want the exclusive on that.
Oh, why would we hide it from you? Why would we hide it from you?
Hey, some of these bands, okay, you never
This music is so good, we'll never share.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're not Wu-Tang.
Pretty much. All right, let's check out. Actually, this is going to be the last song of the night. So thank you guys for coming in as well.
Thanks for having us.
Is there anything else we can shout out for Profaner?
Oh, for Profaner.
Yeah. Or anything. Do you guys have any other things?
Stephen, Craig, hi.
All right, guys, we wish you were here with us. We really love the both of you.
Yeah, you're here with us those guys in. Next time you got to bring those guys.
It's not the same without them.
Yeah.
We'll never forget them.
But 25th at the Coalition, and 26th at This Ain't Hollywood in Hamilton. Make it out to both if you can, but if you miss one, that's all right. You got the other one to fall back on.
Yeah.
2 choices, baby. 2 choices.
And I'm the Reverend, their Profaner. Until next weekend, saying amen.
Why did I take my hat off as you guys took their hats off? I just had to follow suit.
I know, right?
You don't want to feel left out.
I gotta take something off.
Oh yeah, keep going. You don't want to be left out, do you?
Oh my goodness. Good times.
Alright, let me play this song and we'll take some pictures and stuff, and then we can take off.